thank you for joining me. Cindy here from CLB Craft Creations, and this is the second project in our Giftables week. It is a little Hershey Nugget slider box. If I can actually get it to open. So slide that open and the sleeve will close those in. This will hold 4 Hershey Nuggets. And okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that we will do is we're actually going to stamp on our sleeve. This is a piece of soft sky, which is cut at 2 3/4 by 6 1/4, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp that first. The stamp set we're using is the Flurry of Wishes set. We're going to use this one for the tag on the outside, and then we're going to use these snowflakes to stamp the sleeve. So I'm going to bring in my Night of Navy. Okay, I'm going to take, and so on the sleeve itself, we're just using the two snowflakes. So you just want to stamp that randomly all over. Just make sure you turn and alter. I apologize ahead of time. I am filming these in a different location than I normally do, so you might hear some dog sounds. Kid sounds, who knows what you might hear. But just wanted to try and get these videos done so that you guys could enjoy them before it was too late. All right, now we're going to go ahead and bring in our Stampin trimmer. And this we need to, see if I can show that there. I'm going to show kind of a diagram of this piece. So this is the sleeve, and these are the score marks that we're going to be making, and then you're going to add adhesive on here. So once I get the score marks done, I'll show you. So you're going to put this in lengthwise, and your first score mark is going to be at 3/4. Now I like to do my 3/4 over here just because it gives me something to hold on to. Otherwise it's just kind of, it's hard. So there's that first mark. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to flip it around so that I can do the rest of the score marks. Okay, so this one's going to be 1 1/2. Okay, oops, nope, that wasn't right. I did that wrong. So forget that one, I'm sorry. It's going to be 2 7/8. So the correct score marks will be on your screen. So the first one was 3/4. The next one's going to be 2 7/8. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's this one right before the 3. Or not the little one before the 3, that would be the 18th, but the 8th is the second one before the 3. Okay? And then we are going to go to 3 9/16. So there's 3. And then remember, I just said that the littler ones are the 16ths. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's the notch right after the 1/2 inch mark. Okay, so we got that one. And then our last score mark is at 5 5/8. So 5, you can see that. And then it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then I'm just going to try to disregard that this one score mark that I put here. You can't probably even see that. Okay, so here, if I line this up on here for you, the 5 5/8 mark is right here. So this is how this will lay on here. Okay, so you want to put your adhesive on this 5 5/8 inch, but we'll get to that in just a second. So I want to score that one, or fold that one, fold that one, fold that one, and then I'm going to fold just this one at the end since I screwed that up. Okay, so that's going to basically make the sleeve of our, and this is going to go on the inside. Okay, so let's bring in our actual box piece, and we're going to need our trimmer for that as well. This piece measures 5 by 5 1/2. This is the diagram for that because we are going to actually be removing and cutting pieces on this. Because this is a slider box, I wanted to reinforce the ends here so that when you're pulling on it, that it could withstand the constant pulling and not rip. Okay, so with your paper, now this is going to be the 5 inch side and then the 5 1/2 inch side. So with the with this on the 5 1/2 side, we're going to score at 3/4. Okay, so I'm just going to do that one over here and then flip it around. Okay, and then I can do the rest of my square. Now this is the one where we do 1.5. Okay, and then we're going to move to 4.25, and then at 5. Okay, and now we're going to turn it, and then we're going to score at 3/4. Okay, so I just, again, I flipped it around, and then this is going to be at 1.5. You can't even see that. Sorry, my thing is sliding all around. Okay, so that was 1.5, and then we've got 3.5 and 4.25. Okay, so done with the trimmer now. And according to my little diagram here, I'm going to remove these 3. I can mark them here on here, so I'm going to remove this one, and this one. And then I'm going to remove these 3, these 3, and these 3. Okay, so I'm just going to remove those first, and then I can show you. So I can go all the way down, cut that off. Okay, and then I can cut this square off. All right, and then I'm going to do that for all 4 corners, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're back, and I've just gone ahead and done all the edges. Now this is going to be the ends that you're going to pull. It's the longer piece. So what we want to do is we want to actually we want to cut down this line. So we want to make this our tab. Okay, so I'm going to cut those, and I am actually going to notch them because that's going to help make it a nice clean fold. And then you're going to do that on both sides. Because we're going to be folding this over, you want to make sure that to cut out some of that bulk that you do those tabs there. Okay, so now that is completed, and it's just a matter of folding all these score marks. Definitely want to use your bone folder for this. I'm going to pull this out of the way now. Okay, and your tabs. All right, now the idea of this is that these tabs are going to fold in, and then this is going to wrap down there. Okay, so what you basically want to do is you want to put your adhesive on all these extra flaps. And I need my, I would recommend using your tear and tape. You can use your fast fuse. Any strong adhesive is really what you want on this. Okay. And I would suggest getting it as close to the, oh, and I just ripped that. Get it as close to the edge as possible, just so that it keeps it secured. One more. Okay, and then we just go ahead and tear these all off. Okay, so you're going to tuck these in. I would recommend, actually you can do these sides first because they're not really attaching to anything. So just do the side pieces. Just fold those down, and now you're going to bring these walls up, and you're going to tuck in your tabs, bring up the end of your box, make sure those are tucked in there, bring up the end of your box, and then secure down the other wall. Okay, and we'll do that the other side as well. Okay, and there is your little slider box. That is the box creation. Okay, so the next step is going to be to not create the sleeve, but we want to go ahead and secure the sleeve. Now this piece is only 3/4 of an inch, whereas this one is sorry, this is only a 1/2 inch, where this one's 3 1/4. So you want to put the adhesive on this piece because this is going to slide up here, and we're going to line that up. So again, from my diagram, it shows that the adhesive is going on the smaller of the two edges, okay? And it is going on the piece that you stamped. So let's go ahead and just add our adhesive on there. Now you do not want to adhere this to the box itself because then it won't slide. So, okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up, and actually I'm going to bring in my slider box just so that, okay, sorry about that, my camera died. I'm having so many issues with my technology this week. Okay, so what I was doing before the battery died was adding or attaching the sleeve. So all I did, I think I got most of that on there before it died, is I just put the slider box in, and then secured the side to the side of the cardstock. Okay, so that is the box construction. Now we need another piece of soft sky, and this doesn't have to be this is just a scrap of whatever size you or whatever you're using. Okay, and then you're going to take the larger of the snowflakes, ink that up in the Night of Navy, and a tip with this, because we're going to actually punch this out, make sure that one of the little petals, the bigger of the petals, is actually facing towards the bottom of your paper. That way when you go to punch it out, you don't have to worry about trying to fit it. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that. Bring in the coordinating punch. This is the flower medallion punch, and I'm going to go ahead and just pull that in there. Like I said, it's got that larger petal at the bottom, so okay, give that a punch. I am going to poke a hole in the top of this one. This is just my crocodile. You use whatever hole punch you have. And then I'm going to take our silver cording and silver cording right in front of me. Okay, and then I'm going to wrap it around. Just going to wrap it around a couple times so that it looks nice. I think I'll do it 3 times. And then I'm going to tie, oh, of course I didn't leave enough. Okay. Now it's not going to be cooperating. I'm just going to give this one little, I'm going to give this a knot actually. So make it easier to feed through. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut off the length. I'm going to take my snowflake that I just stamped, and I'm actually going to run these through the hole. So just from the back, pull those through so that it lays nicely. And you can adjust that. And then I'm just going to tie a bow. Okay, and then you can fix that however you choose. And then I'm going to take a rhinestone and I'm going to stick that in the center. Okay, so let me just cut these off. And then the final piece is the nuggets. Now I've got just regular Hershey Nuggets, and then I have a piece of designer series paper which is cut at 1 inch by 3 1/4. You're just going to take your glue dots and you're going to add a glue dot to the end of each one. Okay, and then you're going to take your nugget, and I usually use this with it facing me, so the Hershey's is facing me, and then I line the paper right above it so that it's kind of centered. Okay, so I've just attached that now with that glue dot, and now I'm just going to gently roll that around the nugget, and then I'm going to secure that down in the back. Okay, and you're going to do that 4 times. I've already done that. You don't need to sit and watch me do that. And then these will fit 4 nice and snug Hershey Nuggets right inside your little box. And then you just slide that closed. So there is your second project in our Giftables week. I hope that you liked today's project. Thank you for bearing with me for all my technical difficulties and the length of this video. I hope that you liked it. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment.